Hey, what's up guys? Another video from me, and slightly different because we're back in here again in my little kind of studio officey area. So what's that mean? It means we're talking about something cool, but we're talking about something really exciting which I have created, and here's a sneak preview, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. So listen, look, some videos been going out every week on the channel recently. People have been enjoying those, which is really great. I'm especially appreciative to you guys who comment or share the video. Those kind of things have really helped me out. Really enjoying the videos. Those are going to keep coming, hopefully pretty much every week. I've got content planned out through to kind of November time right now. But today we're here to talk about something slightly different. Now, some of you guys might have heard me talk before or seen some stuff on like my Instagram page and stuff, that I am a photographer by trade, and a lot of what I like to do when I'm out at historic sites is take photographs of them. And over the last couple of years I've had a lot of photographs that I've pulled together, and I thought I wanted to do something with those. So we are launching, I say we, like there's a whole gang of people here, it's just me, but we're launching the History in Your Hand 2025 calendar. And in here I have got 12 of my favourite photos that I've taken of historic sites, both World War I and World War II sites, over the course of the last year or so. This calendar is going to be available to pre-order, and you can do that via my website, which I'm going to do as the first link in the description below. If you pre-order that calendar by the 1st of November, you're going to get two things. First of all, you're going to get it cheaper because I'm going to sell this after that for $29.99. You guys who do the pre-orders by the 1st of November, it's going to be $24.99. As well as that, I will sign all of the pre-order calendars before I send them out, and we'll get those out to you guys. They won't be shipped until November, but anyone who pre-orders a calendar between now and the 1st of November, I'll sign it, I will get those packed up for you, and you get it cheaper, and we'll get it sent out to you in November in time for your Christmas gifts, or maybe for yourself for your 2025 wall calendar. I'm going to show you some more details of the calendar itself in just a second. Couple of other really important bits. I want to have a kind of charity aspect to this calendar. So a percentage of the money from every single calendar order is going to go to the Commonwealth War Graves Foundation. It's a foundation which is really good, and of course they do a lot of work with all of the Commonwealth War Graves cemeteries and various other bits as well. I'm going to link their website in the description below as well, so you can look at it in a bit more detail if you'd like to. Of course, my channel has benefited from being able to go to a lot of those kind of sites, and I want to be able to support them back as well. Now, you might think, why am I saying a percentage of each sale? That's not because I'm trying to hide anything, or like I'm going to make it 1% or anything stupid like that. I'm doing that because I don't know how much it will be yet. But basically, I'm setting these calendars on a real tiny margin. I'm pretty much just kind of covering my costs. The more pre-orders I get, the more I can order in bulk, which means I get them for cheaper. The cheaper I get them means the more money I'll have left on the top to be able to give away to the charity. So that's why I'm saying a percentage rather than like a set amount of money, but I'm hoping it will end up being at least like sort of £4 maybe per calendar. It just depends on how many we get pre-ordered. So get out there, link in the description below. Please pre-order your calendar. Look, it supports me loads, and I'm really grateful. I'm going to go through and show you guys some of what we've got happening inside the actual calendar itself. Buying a calendar isn't the only way you can support me if you don't want to do that. You can also do that via my Patreon page, which is linked in the description below as well. I've started to post some more content on there, and in fact just recently I did a post for all my patrons where I gave them some sneak preview on the content that's coming on the channel between now and kind of the end of the year. You can buy me a coffee, which is also in the links in the description below. Or you can also become a member right here on YouTube if you would like to. So there's various other ways you can support me if you don't want to buy a calendar. So let's have a look. First of all, the front cover is just kind of my History in Your Hand logo. A few people have asked me where this photo is taken. This is actually a photograph taken at the Hillman Fortress, which sits just behind Sword Beach. So that is the photo that sits behind my logo, for anybody who has wondered. From there we move into January, and January's photo is one of Tynecott Cemetery, a photo which I took in November of last year. a really, really fascinating site and a photo which I'm kind of proud of. I turned it to the black and white because I felt it kind of gave it a bit more sort of atmosphere around the kind of famous gate and front there of Tynecott Cemetery. Our February photo is probably one of the photos I'm most proud of, a photograph of the Eagle's Nest, which I took in sort of the end of summer last year. Fantastic weather, we got really lucky with it up there, you know, a little bit of snow on the mountains in the background, but nothing too heavy, no heavy cloud cover or anything that ruined the view or the photo. So we've gone from a World War I photo to a World War II. The next one we're sticking with World War II, and this for March is a photo of the remains of the Mulberry Harbour just near Arromanches in Normandy. Anyone who's not familiar with this, I've done a little video about the Mulberry Harbour, but it is the temporary harbour that was built by the Allies to be able to offload stuff from the ships, and the remains of it still sit there on the beach today. April. So this is a photo of the WW1 Ravine Cemetery. Now this sits within the Newfoundland Memorial Park, just near Beaumont Hamel. And I was just walking through the park area there and saw this view with the little cemetery in the background. I thought, you know what, that kind of really, you know, an area where so much awful stuff happened, but looked so peaceful. And so I captured that photo. May is actually a photo taken in the same spot, or just near there anyway. This is a photo of the St John's Road Trench, which sits on the back edge of the Newfoundland Memorial Park. This is the trench where so many of the Newfoundland men from the regiment went over the top from the rear communication trench that they were in, or support line trench. And so many of them were killed. They had some of the worst casualty rates on the first day of the Battle of the Somme. And you can still see the original trench remains if you go there today. So as we get towards the midpoint of the year, in June, we've got a photo in Sainte-Mère-Église. Now, Sainte-Mère-Église, of course, famous in World War II, heavily associated with, you know, Band of Brothers, Easy Company, a lot of the guys, including Dick Winters, who landed about 100 metres away from where this sign sits today. Now, I was thinking about different photos to take in Sainte-Mère-Église, and then I walked past this sign, and it just kind of said a lot to me, the sign. It's in quite a prominent position because it is just near where Dick Winters landed in the early hours of D-Day, where he parachuted into Sainte-Mère-Église. So it's a photograph of the sign, which I just kind of snapped whilst I was there, but I was really pleased with how it came out. In July, we've got a photo of the Beaumont Hamel British Cemetery. It's quite a unique cemetery there because it is really long and thin. It sits right in the middle of what was no man's land on the first day of the Somme. And it's a real thought-provoking cemetery because the men who lay in it literally were killed crossing that patch of ground where the cemetery sits now. So this is one of the cemeteries where the men really do lay where they were killed. And so I thought it was a beautiful photo, kind of the entrance and the brickwork either side like that, and you can see through and see all of the graves in the cemetery behind. For August, another photo that I just kind of randomly saw on my travels. So this is a photo of the road signs just near Mametz and Montauban on the Somme. Those two names are obviously important, quite famous sites along the Somme front lines on the first day of the Somme. I've made videos about the fighting that took place near both of those spots. So just a cool kind of summer on the Somme photo that I was quite pleased with. September, we're back to World War II, and arguably one of the most famous World War II sites that there is. This is the Dog Green sector of Omaha Beach. So the Dog Green sector of Omaha Beach is an area which saw some very heavy casualties on D-Day. It's an area of beach that's depicted in the opening scenes of Saving Private Ryan, and one of the most famous sites along the Normandy coastline is the Dog Green sector of Omaha Beach. Very peaceful day, the day that I took this photo. Very, very different from how it would have been in June 1944. For October, we're back to World War One, and this is a photo of just outside Passchendaele. So this is a photo of the fields just outside Passchendaele, where specifically the Canadian troops would have fought across this area in the final push towards Passchendaele Ridge. I was there after probably a day or so of rain, and the ground was so wet and muddy and slodgy, and it just made me think, wow, that is Passchendaele. And you can just imagine what that ground would have looked like with that little bit of rain, then combined with shell holes and all the other horrible things that came with war. I thought that was a photo that really, for me, said Passchendaele. And I've called that photo, they called it Passchendaele, which is, of course, related to the poem by Siegfried Sassoon. November. One of probably my favourite photos that I've taken, actually, this one. It is a photo of Thiepval Memorial. Now, of course, there's loads of photos you can take of the memorial at Thiepval from up close and various other positions. I decided to take one from far away, so you could kind of get that view of it sort of out on the hill there, overlooking the ground where so many men who are named on the memorial were killed. So I have included that photo in there for November. And last but certainly not least, December is a photo of the WW1 woods. Now, I was fortunate, I suppose, to be there in January, not of this year, of last year, or was it even the year before? But January, in the cold and snow, which is exactly the conditions that Easy Company were in when they were dug into their foxholes in this area of the WW1 woods, just north of Bastogne, outside of the village of Foy. And I was there when there was snow on the ground. It was very cold, but nothing like those guys had to endure. They had a lot more snow and it was a lot colder. But I thought this photo just really kind of said it all. If you've watched Band of Brothers and those episodes where they're having all that shelling come down on them and they're in the woods and the snow, this photo for me says that's what this photo is. So I was really pleased with it, and that is in there for my December photo. So look, if you like photography, if you like history, if you like World War One or like World War Two, I think you will really enjoy this calendar. As you can see, it's like a wall calendar. You can hang it up. It's got all of your days and everything on there on the bottom for each month. If you're interested in getting hold of one, it would really support me and really help me out. And also we can get a bit of money towards the Commonwealth War Graves Foundation, which would be really good as well. The link's in the description to get your pre-order. Remember, if you do it on a pre-order prior to the 1st of November, you're going to get it for £24.99, so £5 off what the retail price will be after that. And I will sign all of those before I send them out. So if you're up for a calendar, go on, pile in, get yourself pre-ordering. I can get your calendars ordered, get them signed, and get them sent out to you. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video, something slightly different. Hopefully you enjoy photography. If you want to see more of the photos, follow the link and you can see the photos themselves and the calendar over on my website where I've got my history in your hands section. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate you taking the time to watch this one, and I'm going to see you on the next video.